What's up and welcome back, Wargamers. This is Battleshock Wargaming Studio, and we're getting ready to play another exciting game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. David, tell us what we're doing today.
Today we are going to be playing Sons of Behemat, our new Sons of Behemat army. Looking beautiful. Michael just got finished painting it. I'm really excited to field it. Versus Stormcast Eternals, a list that Michael thinks is going to do particularly well in this season. So he's got some interesting tech that techs into the new GHB.
If you're new to the channel, you might not know, we've been bringing all sorts of new content, all sorts of new armies for your viewing pleasure. So hit that like button down below, leave us a kind comment. We're working extra hard for all of you guys. Big shout out to all of our members.
Yes.
We have a membership service. You can get extra perks, extra battle reports, which is really cool. But all of these members are doing that little bit extra to help support the channel. And man, do we really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have one big goal this year, and that's to reach 10,000 subscribers and 100 members. So any way that you can help us is fantastic. We want to make this a sustainable thing, and we want to keep bringing you battle reports for a long time. Big shout out to Baron of Dice, who supplies all the beautiful dice that we use. We've got some brand new ones to show off today, and he also supplies these fantastic objective markers that work both in 40K and AOS. Also, we've got a new battle mat,
which is very
nice. We got from a really nice gentleman who owns Gray Matter Gaming. And I love this desert mat. We didn't have one, and it's actually the right size, which is great. He also has these amazing little movement trays. These are all magnetic. They're very thin, pliable, really easy to use. So if you like to magnetize your armies, he has a couple different options there. So go ahead and check it out. There's a link down below with a promo code, as well as the promo code for Baron of Dice. So with that being said, Michael, let's take a look at the armies.
Let's do it.
All right, let's take a look at our new Sons of Behemat army. Really excited to get these guys out here. I am going to be Breaker Tribe, so my Man Crusher Gargants can charge 3d6 with a command ability, and I will have a Fierce Loathing to add 1 to hit rolls for totems and command units. Here's my Gatebreaker. He's the general. He has 5 extra wounds for his command trait. He has a really strong flail that's -3 rend and 4 damage, and if you want, you can forego all of his attacks and roll a dice. On a 4-up, you deal 4d6 mortal wounds. I've got a Kraken Eater. The Kraken Eater is the one that can kick objectives. He is going to have glowy Shield of Protectiness to ignore rend 1 and also have a 6-up ward. So he's going to help me hold objectives, and hopefully we'll have some more stayability. So I've got the War Stompa here. The War Stompa is a little bit more basic, has a Titanic Boulder Club that does lots of damage, and all of these Mega Gargants will make it to where you cannot use Inspiring Presence within 3 of them. They do lots of mortal wounds when they charge. And then I've got 1 unit of Man Crushers. This is a mob, so the leader is called a Bull Stomper. So they'll do a couple extra mortal wounds when they use the Stomp. They can run and charge if they are under the umbrella of one of the Mega Gargants, and they also can charge 3d6 because of my subfaction. Here are the dice I'm going to be taking today. That foot is going to be a 6. And that's the Breaker Tribe. Let's see how these bad boys do, and let's see what Michael brought.
Taking a look at the Stormcast Eternals today, I'm doing the subfaction Hammers of Sigmar to give the army that 6-up ward that it needs. This is a new list that I'm excited to try in the new GHB. Should play well to get me all of those good battle tactics. Looking at the general today, it's going to be the Lord Celestin on Star Drake. His command trait is Master of the Celestial Menagerie to give him -1 to wound. He has the Mirror Shield, so he can't be shot outside of 9, and then his mount trait is Celestial Instincts for fallback and charge. Next up, we have the Lord Relictor. He has the Arcane Tome. He knows Celestial Blades, and then his prayer is going to be Translocate, really important for being able to teleport around the battlefield, snag those objectives. New model painted, freshly off the table, the Knight Azeros is in the list. He's got a lantern so that he can point at something and be +1 to hit it. And then he's actually got 5 attacks with that little sword. Should be good for getting battle tactics. You can't be an Order army without taking the Battle Mage nowadays, so the Battle Mage makes the list because he can make something +2 to charge with Wild Form, so we can teleport, get that 7-inch charge that we need. Speaking of 7-inch charges, these are the guys who are going to be doing it. We have the Concussors. We've been really enjoying the Concussors. They can take a hit, and they can dish it out. 2 damage on those hammers, 2 damage on the claws, shooting mortals with the Fire Breaths. We have 2 units of 5 Sequitors, 3 Great Maces. These guys are a bargain at 120 points. They hit pretty well. They can take a hit. Really enjoying these guys as well. Unit of 10 Judicators with their Skybolt bows. They're going to be sitting back behind all of our screens, trying to plink some mortals at range. And just because I had some extra points, and I didn't have a better endless spell to take, we're taking the Aether Void Pendulum, so we're going to see if we can just point this sucker in the right direction, hit a giant, and do some D3 mortals. These are the dice we're going to be taking today. The hammer is going to be the 6. And that is the list we're playing today. Let's take a look at the mission.
All right, before we take a look at the battle plan, big shout out to everybody on this wall. These are lords and commanders in our membership service, and we really appreciate your support. So we are carrying on with all the new battle plans for the new GHB. Today we're going to be playing the Jaws of Galette. This is a 5-objective battle, and it has a weird L-shaped deploy on both sides. And the special rule in this one is swallowed by the caverns. At the start of each battle round, after the first, after priority has been determined, the player taking the second turn in that battle round can pick one objective on the battlefield to be swallowed by the caverns below. If they do so, that objective is removed from play. So that's really interesting. We're going to have 5 objectives, but not really, because they're going to be disappearing throughout the course of the game. We're going to score hold 1, hold 2, hold more. We're going to be scoring on battle tactics and grand strategies. My grand strategy is a tough one for me. It's take what's theirs. And Michael, what's yours?
Mine is also take what's theirs.
All right, mirror match. Let's go ahead and get on the hero cam and see who has initiative. We are here for the top of battle round 1. I was 2 drops to Michael's mini, so I decided to give him the first turn. And he's going to go ahead and get started, but before he does, you've seen the list, the armies, and you know where we're deployed, so go ahead and leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win this battle? The new Sons of Behemat or Michael's really good Stormcast Eternals build? Michael?
I'm always rooting for the new army.
Yeah, I would love for them to win.
Yeah.
I was talking to Michael earlier, though. When I look at 6 models, I'm like, how am I going to win with this? So we'll see how it goes. They obviously have a lot of wounds.
Just move to the center of the board,
Yes.
reap profit.
And just have the greatest time.
Yep.
Yeah. So we didn't have any pre-battle stuff to do. I've got 3 command points, Michael's 2, because I'm going second. There's a lot of mystical terrain on the board. All 4 of these are mystical, and this one over here is mystical. There's no arcane terrain. I don't have any casters. Michael has a couple. So let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, what's your battle tactic?
I'm going to desecrate their lands. I want to desecrate it before. There's only a couple pieces that I can desecrate, and I would like to do it before you have counts as a gazillion models on it. So
sure, absolutely.
This piece of terrain is in your territory, so I'm going to try and snag that one real quick.
All right, sounds good. So let's go ahead and get into heroic actions. What are you going to do?
Let's get a command point with the General, which is the Star Drake.
Okay. He gets.
Oh yeah.
I'll give him that. I'm just going to do Finest Hour on my Kraken Eater.
Oh, I dislike that very much.
I thought you'd like it. I thought you'd enjoy that.
Hey, you know this thing that's out here that's pretty good to fight?
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
And he does have the glowy shield of protectiness, which
Right.
means that he reduces rend and he has a 6-up ward. That's why he's not hugging the mystical terrain like the rest of my army, because I want my whole army to have a 6-up ward for this first turn.
Does he reduce rend or ignore rend 1?
He ignores rend 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's cast.
Okay. I have no unbinds. Cast.
Excellent. Wild form onto the concussors.
On a +2. Oh, Michael! You Marathied.
Okay.
Okay. He takes D3 for 2.
For 2.
Okay. Well, it has to happen once in every 36 times you roll some dice, I guess.
It does not.
Okay, well that probably changes your plans a little bit.
It does.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and cast a Mystic Shield
Okay.
on the Sequitors who are standing in front of the Relictor.
Goes off.
Goes off.
Okay, they'll have a Mystic Shield.
It goes.
Barely went off.
He does have a +1 because he's got the Star. He's under the Star Drake's wing.
Yeah, the Star Drake's like, I got you, bro.
I got you, bro.
Okay, are you going to translocate?
There's almost no reason to do so.
You know what you could do is Healing Storm and heal up your battle mage. Okay, so are you going to try to do Healing Storm?
No, because it has to be a Stormcast Eternal.
Oh, okay. Well, he just chopped his arm off trying to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
That's it.
All right, let's go ahead and get into movement, and we'll show you what Michael did. Michael, we're back from your movement phase. Tell me what you did, starting with the Sequitors.
Sequitors moved up, just creating the screen that they are.
They love screening.
The Star Drake moved so that he can pop a couple shots off with his rain of stars. And then the heroes moved under his wings to safety. And then the concussors moved to the other side of the Star Drake.
Oh, concussors.
Standing where they are. And then we pop down so that we can control this objective. We're desecrating the lands, and then we got to get some shots off. We got to get some damage out this turn. So we're going to do a little bit of shooting from the Judicators. Thank you. We're going to open up fire with the Judicators into the Kraken Eater. These are 21 shots. Hit on 3s, wound on 3s, rend 1, which you ignore. Mortals on 6s. Oh, 1 mortal, David.
Okay.
On 21 dice, we got 1 mortal.
That's about math.
That seems good.
JK. How do you like those new square-sided dice, Michael?
They roll lots of 6s. So we got 3, 6, 9, 10 wounds. David is finest hour,
so I have
plus
a
1 to save, and he ignores rend 1. So
plus 1 to save, and I ignore rend. So yes, I'm on 3s.
3s.
Okay, I take 3 damage, and I have a mortal over here, so 4 damage total. And then I have the glowy shield of protectiness. So let's see if I roll any 6s. Nope, takes 4. Stardrake from downtown. Michael, I am going to pop an all-out defense this time because you're -3 rend.
-3 rend. So we're gonna hit. We're all out attacking, so we're 2s and 2s. Okay, drop a 1. And so 3 and -3.
Okay, I'm +2 to my save, so this is 5s. Saved 1, failed 2.
They're 2 damage apiece.
Okay, and then 6s, take 4 more. So you did 8 damage with your shooting.
If we could have made a charge off, I'd feel confident and a little bit more confident about this. But that's going to be it for the Stormcast for turn 1. So let's get back on hero and score it up.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back for Michael's turn. Michael, how many points did you score?
Actually 5.
Yeah.
You know, I hold 1, I hold 2, which means I hold more, and I completed my battle tactic. So that's the big 5, which is good. Because I'm not sure that I'll actually get doubled this game because of the special rules. I'm not sure that David's going to let me just delete his objectives.
Yeah, that would be not good for me. So we'll have to worry about that when we get to the next turn. For right now, my battle tactic is going to be gaining momentum.
Right, going to have to do that one.
Yep, you only hold 2 objectives. I can get to 3, and then I have to try to kill something. I got a couple ways I can do that, so we'll try and see how it goes.
Yeah, you should be able to go over there and kill those Sequitors.
Yeah, these Sequitors right here, not the ones over here, but the ones that are right next to the Stardrake and the Concussors.
Yeah,
I think so.
That's the better option.
I'm going to try not to call these Fulminators once throughout the course of the game.
Okay.
The last game we played, I think I called them Fulminators like 14 times.
I'm going to try to remember that these are Judicators.
Those are Judicators. All right, good stuff. Well, for my hero phase, I'm just going to do a heroic action. I'm just going to see if I can heal the dude that you wounded.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, I'm going to need to charge that later. So no, he does not heal.
I'll do a heroic action with my Le General. Get a command point. No command point.
Alrighty, well, that's the end of my hero phase. So we can go ahead and get into movement, and we'll be right back to show you what I did.
David, you've completed your movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on over here.
The Man Crusher mob auto ran 6. And they stayed outside of 9 of the Secretors to try to make a long bomb charge. My Kraken Eater is standing on the center objective. They're wholly within 15 of him, so they can still run and charge. My Gatebreaker is right here. They're wholly within 18 of the Gatebreaker, so they can use a command to charge 3d6. And then my War Stompa ran laterally to get onto this other objective. So currently I'm holding more, so I'll get my 3 points, but I need to try to get my battle tactic. So let's go ahead and get set up for shooting, starting with the Gatebreaker. All right, Michael, the Gatebreaker is going to do a Hurled Boulder. He's +1 to hit into the Sequitors because they have command models. So let's see if he does anything. It's 2s and 2s. Hits. Wounds. That's -3 rend.
Okay. Let's see, I'm a 3-up save, so this is 6. I failed it.
Okay, that's 4 damage, and then you've got your 6-up wards.
6s. I failed them all.
Okay, that's 2 dead dudes. The Kraken Eater is going to throw some hurled debris. He does not have a Fierce Loathing because he is not a Gatebreaker or a Man Crusher Gargant. So this is just going to be 3 attacks, 4s and 3s. This is going into the Judicators. 2 hit, and then 3s.
So 3s?
1 wound, -1.
Okay, here we go. Yep. Saved it.
Nice job. Okay, so we're done with shooting because the Man Crusher mob ran. So we're just going to get into charges. So at the start of the charge phase, my Gatebreaker is going to allow the Man Crusher Gargants to charge 3d6.
Okay.
All right, I'm not plus to charge. I can reroll if I need to because I have a Bull Stomper in my unit. So let's see what happens. That's an 11, so 11's good. So
Yep.
they're going to go in. 2 of the Man Crusher Gargants are within an inch after their charge. So on 2-ups, they do d3 mortal wounds. So that's 2 d3 mortal wounds for 4.
Okay.
6s. Oh!
Wow.
Michael, how do you like those dice?
Hey, they're real good. They roll lots of 6s.
Okay. At the end of the charge phase, we're going to do a monstrous action, and I'm going to use an ability called Ooze Under the Heel Now. If you carry out the Stomp Monstrous Rampage with this unit's Bull Stomper, which is this guy right here with the jaw on his face, and roll a 2+, for each other Man Crusher Gargant model in this unit, add 1 to the number of mortal wounds caused. So it's going to be d3 plus 2 because there's 2 more Man Crushers in the unit.
Okay.
So let's see if it goes off first. It does. And then it's going to be d3 plus 2. So 5 mortal wounds. Go ahead and roll all those 6s again, man. That was impressive.
Okay, so that's 5.
Okay, so 3 of them go down. Okay, so I did go ahead and pile into the Judicators because I care more about my Mega Gargants than my Man Crusher Gargants. So I went within 3, pulling them in combat. And now we're going to go ahead and get into stuff them in me bag. So after a model in this unit makes a pile-in move, pick 1 enemy model within 3 inches of it and roll a dice. If the roll is double that model's wound characteristic, it's slain.
Sure.
He gets 8.
Did it get stuffed in a bag?
He did get stuffed in me bag.
Yeah. It's for later.
And then the Sequitor, we're going to try to eat him twice because there's only 2 left. So 4 up on either one. Okay, he gets 8. Okay, so I surprisingly completed my battle tactic. That was cool. So we're just going to fight with 1 Man Crusher because I've already piled in. This is going to be the Massive Club first. This is 4 attacks, 2s and 3s because you have command models in that unit.
I'm going to use my last CP
Okay,
to all defense.
sounds good. Let's do the Massive Club first. 4 attacks, 2s and 3s. 1 wound minus 1.
So 4. Fail it.
That's 2 damage.
6s. Okay.
And then we're going to do Headbutt. This is 3 and 3 because of my +1. Misses. That was a -3 one.
That's good.
And then the Mighty Kick is going to be 2s and 3s. Okay. -2 rend.
Failed it.
D3 damage for 1.
Saved it.
Saved it. Nice.
1 attack apiece, so we have 5 attacks coming at you.
Oh yeah, you don't fight in 2 ranks anymore.
5 attacks.
You want to
3s,
use it? Oh, go ahead.
3s and 4s.
All out defense with my last command point. I was going to do that regardless of how many you hit with.
No, you weren't. You big cheater.
Yes, I was.
1 wound.
1 wound?
It's rend 1.
I'm on 5s, bro. Yes, I saved it. All out defense was worth it. Follow me for more command point using recipes.
All right.
All right, that was super good.
Yep. I'll get my call for aid set up. We'll
Yep.
do that off camera, and then we'll get back on Hero.
All right, see you in a minute.
David, you've completed your turn. How'd you score?
I scored 5 points. I hold 1, 2 more. I did take this objective because I have 20 models on it to Michael's 6.
Yep.
Man Crushers went off. I was surprised with how much damage they did just charging,
Sure.
right? A couple D3 mortal wounds, 5 more mortal wounds with the stomp, and then stuff them in me bag, and I didn't even have to swing. If I would have been a little bit smarter with my pile-in and pushed into these guys a little bit more, I think I could have fought with 2 of the 3 and killed some more Judicators.
Just had the best day ever.
But yeah, this is my first time fielding this army. Shocking how fast they can move. They do a good amount of damage into battle line units, so that was fun. So the score is currently 5-5, and we're getting into a roll-off.
For those of you who are curious, the call for aid I brought directly in front of everything. I know I don't steal that objective. The idea is I'm screening in case of a double turn happens right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I'll have to think really hard if I win this roll-off because I control 4 of the 5 objectives. So even if you let one get swallowed, I'll still have hold 1, 2 more. Potentially, maybe. So yeah, it's a big roll-off. So let's see what happens. You break ties.
Hey up.
Okay, you break ties. So now Michael has to think really
We'll
hard.
have a think, and we'll come back and tell you who's going next.
Okay. We are back for the top of Battle Round 2. Michael thought long and hard about what he was going to do. Michael, what did you do?
I'm going to take the turn.
Michael took the turn.
Yep.
That meant that I got to remove an objective, and I removed the objective that the Judicators and the Man Crushers were on to discourage Michael from putting more of his tools into that corner of the battlefield. So that's what I did. What are you going to do for your battle tactic, bro?
I am promptly going to put all of my tools into that corner of the battlefield.
Yes.
Because I'm going to do a matter of honor, and I'm going to kill that monster unit with an attack from a Star Drake or a Dracolith.
Yep, so I've got 36 wounds there. Michael's got to go kill it. He could probably do that by just softening it up with a bunch of shooting and then going in and murderizing it. So I like that a lot. That's a good one. And then let's talk about heroic actions. What are we going to do for heroic actions?
I would like to get a command point with my general, the Star Drake. No.
Okay, I'm going to try to heal that guy again. He heals! For 1.
Nice. Okay, here we go. We can't possibly perils twice, David. Right?
If you do, just don't roll 3 mortal wounds on the D3 and you'll be fine.
Okay, wild form on the concussors.
Okay, that's much better.
It's a 10. It goes off.
Okay, goes off. I have no invites.
Let's Celestial Blades from the Lord Relictor onto the concussors.
Okay.
That goes off.
Okay.
Translocate.
Okay.
On 2 up.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. I'm guessing you're going to move some concussors.
Oh, you almost did it.
Concussors.
But that. Concussors. Other side of the battlefield.
There they are.
There they are. That's it for hero.
All right, let's get into movement phase and we'll show you what Michael did. Michael, we're back from your movement phase. What'd you do with these little heroes?
They ran to the corner for safety.
They did.
Because their screens ran to the middle of the table.
The Star Drake?
The Star Drake is hiding for safety.
He's in shooting range of the Man Crushers. Secators?
Oh, they're so brave. Look at them. There's 8 Sequitors, and they're staring down 3 Mega Gargants.
Yeah, they're like, you're not scary, and you?
None shall
You're the
pass.
least scary, because you've suffered 7 wounds.
And while those 7 Sequitors are sentenced to death, everyone else is going to beat up on these 3 little giants in the corner.
Yes, so we've got Judicators, Fulminators, and you brought down Knight Azeros.
Yep.
Just to pressure my objective, so I have to turn around and go get it, which I also thought was a pretty good play. So let's go ahead and get set up for shooting. Michael, we can see a Star Drake head.
Yep.
And way in the distance, we can see some Man Crusher Gargants. This is -3 red.
Yes.
So I'm not going to do my all-out defense just yet.
I mean, you could. You're going to need it. You're going to do it.
I am going to do it.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
It doesn't affect
this.
this.
Is just going to punch through. Yeah.
Okay. So these are 3s and 2s, David.
Okay.
We're not all out attacking.
Okay.
We could have, and should have.
You could have and should have. Could have, should have, would
I
have.
only have 2 CP.
Okay.
Okay, so
6 damage.
6 damage. No.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Judicators at point blank range are just going to do their worst. We're down 1 Judicator, so we've got 19 shots. 3s and 3s?
3s and 3s.
Okay. 4 mortals.
4 mortals.
Okay, I just take those. So the first one has suffered 8. It's a good hit roll. Lots of 3-ups.
Not bad. 3, 6, 7, 5-up saves.
Okay, 1 Gargant dies and 1 takes a wound.
Ooh, so we timber?
We do timber, so
Okay.
I can't move him. 1 moment. All right, timber, baby.
Okay, so you roll first. Uh-oh. Okay.
It falls on your Judicators.
Directly onto my Judicators.
Yeah, he's going to go...
I think you have to yell timber.
Timber!
Okay.
D3.
D3.
For 3.
Oh no, and I don't have a ward anymore. So I'm worried about killing my other Mega Gargant. So I'm going to just, or my other Gargant over here. So I'm going to shoot into the Kraken Eater just to make sure.
Okay.
So, okay, so 2 hits.
Okay.
2d3 mortals for 4 mortals. Success.
Nothing. So he takes 4.
Excellent.
He has suffered 11.
I'm going to charge the concussors. Here we go.
Okay, that's an 11.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do for my Monstrous Rampage, I'm just going to stomp some Judicators. I have just decided that these Mega Gargants are going to die.
Okay.
Or these Man Crusher Gargants are going to die. So let's stomp. It's good. It's going to be D3 plus 1. So you're taking 3 mortal wounds into those Judicators.
And then we're going to explode into you with the front guy.
Okay.
We are going to activate with the concussors. We're going to all-out attack. So we're hitting on 2s, we're wounding on 2s.
2s and 2s, baby.
So we're going to go all with the big hammers first. 6s are going to be 2 mortals.
You have 3 attacks each, so you've got 12 attacks. 2s and 2s. Mortals on 6s.
Oop. Oop, dropped a bunch of 1s.
2 mortal wounds. I'll give those to you. We don't need to keep them because I have no ward save. Okay, 2s. Okay, go straight through.
Here we go. Doses. Oh, that could have been the burn to ashes roll. Okay, so there's another.
They're dead.
They're dead.
So now we're going to do timber for both units. Let's do the one that died first.
Okay.
Timber! Okay,
6.
so that one you can pick a point over here, so
Yes.
it falls and doesn't do anything.
And now timber.
And then we'll do timber again. Ah!
Yes!
Oh, no damage with the other 2. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and get on the hero cam and score you up. Michael, that was so fun. I just love destruction armies. I'm so glad that we finally got them, and you worked so hard to get them painted, man. It's so cool to finally see them on the table.
It is fun. It's good work. It's well worth it.
Yeah.
We scored hold 1.
Yep.
Hold 2.
Yep.
Completed our battle tactic.
Yep.
So that's 4 points. It is currently 9 to 5, moving into Gargan's bottom of turn 2.
Yep.
What's your battle tactic?
Eye for an eye.
That's the play.
Because eye for an eye ain't easy for me to achieve. Like, you know, there's only going to be a couple times where I lose a unit and I might not be in position to kill something.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a position to kill lots of things. So
For sure.
that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to try to get another command points. Nope.
I'm going to try and get a command point with the Knight Azeroth standing on the objective in the back.
Okay.
He does not.
Okay, that was fun. I have no other hero phase stuff to do because I have 3 models, but they're mighty models.
They are mighty.
So let's move them and we'll be right back to show you what I did.
David, you've stomped your way up the battlefield. Tell us what you got going on over here.
The War Stomper is 3 inches away from the Sequitors.
It's like we planned it. How's this screen holding up?
The Gatebreaker is 3 inches away from the Sequitors.
Perfect.
The
Okay.
Kraken Eater is 4 inches away from the Fulminators and 4 or 5 inches away from the Knight Azeroth.
For those playing at home, those are concussors.
I'm going to just call them Fulminators till the day I die. It's because we played with Fulminators for over a year. We finally got the concussors painted, and I just can't remember that they're not Fulminators. So those are concussors.
You want to chuck some rocks?
I do want to chuck some rocks. I've got a couple rocks to chuck. Let's start with my general. All right, the Gatebreaker is within 18 inches of the Judicators. 2 and 2.
Can't trust David. Can't trust him. That's 17.
I know what 18 inches looks like. 2s and 2s. Oh! Okay, let's go over to the Kraken Eater.
Because you said Marathi shot like 3 times.
Yeah. Hey, that's what 2s and 2s does.
That's what it looks like.
We've spoke about this at length. All right, man. All out attack with hurled debris, and we're going to go into the Judicators. This is going to be 3s and 3s. Good job.
All right. Yep. Good all-out attack.
All right, 3 at -1.
5s. 2d3 damage.
5 damage.
They don't have wards. Hey up.
Michael, let's charge. We need a 3-incher here.
Okay.
8 inches.
Plenty.
All right, I finished my charge on a 2-up. I do D6 mortal wounds.
Yes. Thank you, David.
Okay, let's move over to the Gatebreaker. Charging the Gatebreaker. That's a 7. All right, he's done charging on a 2-up, D6 mortal wounds. Okay. Big
6.
6 up wards.
Okay, so I saved 2. So she's going to explode on the way out. Take a mortal.
Okay.
Take it. Oof.
All right, so the Kraken Eater could go either way. I'm not quite sure if I want to bring him on in to the Fulminators or if I am going to just go kill the Knight Azeroth. So I'm just going to roll and see what happens. It's a 5.
He can still go either way, David. Whatever you like.
I finished charging on a 2-up, D6 mortal wounds. Okay? And then D6 for 1. Okay, let's do monstrous actions. The first one that I'm going to do is I'm going to roar into the concussors.
Nice. Good job.
I'm learning. Because I don't want them to do all-out defense. Okay, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
The War Stompa has the word stomp right in his name, so let's stomp. Oh, yeah. A mighty foot. Let's see another mighty foot. Nope, 1 mortal wound.
Excellent.
So the almighty stomp is 2 attacks, 3s and 3s. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, 1, -2.
Okay, so we have a 3 up, so it goes to a 5. Failed it.
That's D3 for 2. The Death Grip.
You're just gonna grab a guy and just.
When determining the damage inflicted by this unit's Death Grip, the target's a monster, you can roll 2 dice instead of 1. That also doesn't apply, so this is just 3 and 2. Hits. Wounds.
Okay.
That's -2 rend.
Failed.
D6 damage for 1.
Okay. This guy suffered 4 damage so far.
Okay, and then we've got the Shipwreck of War Club. This is 4 attacks, 3s, 3s.
Oh!
Nothing.
Excellent.
All right, I did a whopping 3 damage.
Smashing and bashing?
No smashing and bashing for me. Swanging into the War Stomper, 7 attacks, 3s and 3s.
Here we go. Pretty fine, pretty okay. 4 at -1.
I saved 1, so I take 6 damage. The Gatebreaker is going to be +1 to hit for all of his attacks because of the Idiots with Flags, Fierce Loathing. So we've got 6 attacks with the Fort Crush a Flail. This is 3s and 3s because of my buff. Everything hits. And you got 5 wounds at -3.
Okay, those all go right through.
20 damage. They're 4 damage.
Okay. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 damage. They're super dead.
Okay, and you have 1 guy to explode into me.
I do. Here they come. No mortals back.
Hey, Michael's going to fight with his concussors. He's roared, so he can't all-out attack. I'm going to do an all-out defense. He does have Celestial Blades, so he's +1 to wound. So this is going to be 3s and 2s for all of his attacks.
3s?
6 mortals.
6 mortals. That's a nice start. And 2s.
Okay.
So 3 at -2.
3 at -2 puts me on 5s. Okay, I saved 1. I take 4 more damage, so I've taken 10 damage so far. Then you got the mounts.
I want you to actually survive this. I want you to just be hanging in with a couple wounds. Okay, so 3, 6 wounds.
5s! No. So I take 12 more damage. So I took 22 damage.
There you go, concussors.
And then I've got a 6-up ward.
Okay, so you currently have 11 allocated. So you're not going to die. Yes. This is great, guys. That means that if I don't get doubled, I can eye for an eye.
Yes. 6s. And he shrugs 3, so he takes 19 damage. Why can't he be more like the Gatebreaker? For everyone who doesn't know, the Gatebreaker is much better than all of the other Mega Gargants in Melee, except for maybe the Beast Smasher and King Broad. These other ones are a little pillow-fisted.
So I only have 1 command point left, David. And I can't all-out, or I can't heroic recovery, so I'm going to all-out defense.
You can't Inspiring Presence.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, the War Stompa has a Hurled Body ability. After this model makes a pile and move, pick 1 enemy model within 3 of it and roll a dice. Add the Hurled Body modifier shown on this unit's damage table to the roll. If the roll is at least double the model's wound characteristic, it's slain. So let's start there. If it happens, then I get to throw the body, and I'll read how that works. My Hurled Body modifier is +2. So on a 2+, I'm going to pick up a Sequidor and hurl it.
Got it.
Okay? I'm going to pick up a Sequidor and hurl it. On a 4+, pick an enemy unit within 12 of this unit and visible to it. That unit suffers a number of mortal wounds equal to the wounds characteristic of a slain model. So on a 4-up, I throw it at a unit. I do not. So we just eat 1. And I'll pick a model within 3, so I'm going to pick this model.
Okay.
So his Titanic Boulder Club has 6 attacks. I'm +4 because of where I am on my monster chart. And then I get 2 attacks because I have 2 models within 3 inches.
Four hits. Keep going. 2 wounds.
-2.
Hup. Saved 1, failed 1.
Okay, 2 damage.
5s. Okay, so that one's dead. Sergeant has 1 wound left.
Okay, and he explodes.
He does. Take a mortal.
I will. That I will. Now the War Stomper is going to do jump up and down. I get to do almighty jump, so I add 1 to hit rolls for attacks made with this unit's jump up and down. Because you have 2 wounds or less. He has 4 jump up and down, so this is 2s and 3s.
2 hits.
1 wound, -2.
Okay. Failed it.
3 damage.
Uh-oh. 5s? You're dead.
And he doesn't explode.
He cannot explode.
Okay. We got us some screens. It went horribly wrong with the concussors, but we got us some screens. Completed our battle tactic. Things are looking okay. Let's get on the hero phase and on the hero cam and score it up.
David, you've completed your turn. How'd you score?
I scored 5 points. I hold 1, 2 more. Completed my battle tactic, which was eye for an eye. Killed both of those units. So we've got all the battle line off the battlefield aside from the concussors and the adjudicators. Seems pretty good. We're getting into a big roll off. 10-9 is the score. You're breaking ties. Let's see what happens.
Come on, buddy. 3. 3 breaking ties.
You're breaking ties.
We're going to keep turn order. We're not giving him a double. So we will be back in a second for Stormcast top of Battle Round 3.
Welcome back. Michael took the turn. Top of Battle Round 3. I removed another objective, so all of his duders are over there. And what are you going to do for your battle tactic, bro?
I am going to eye for an eye.
You must.
I must.
Yeah.
How many wounds does this guy have left?
5.
Oh, that'd be cute. But I can't do that. So 5 should be able to kill him in shooting. So let's do some heroic actions. I get 2 commanderly points. So we're going to Finest Hour on the general.
Okay.
Because he's going to get stuck in this turn.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to Finest Hour on the War Stomper because he has less wounds.
Okay.
He's got 40 wounds. And he's +1 to hit.
Yeah. Wild form from the Battle Mage. +2, so it goes off.
Okay.
So the dragon's wild form.
Okay.
Let's translocate the Lord Relictor.
Okay.
He translocates. And then for all of the lulls, David, Aether Void Pendulum.
Okay.
Hup.
It goes
I don't know.
off.
I'm pretty sure it's a 6.
It goes off. For all the lulls, he threw an Aether Void Pendulum at me. We'll move it at the end of the hero phase. You've got some more casting or no?
Nope. You can move it right now.
It
On
goes
2
off.
up.
Okay.
It doesn't even go off automatically.
Okay.
Take D3 mortals for 2 mortals.
Okay. This is mystical. No.
Okay.
He takes 2 mortals.
Ka.
Best endless spell in the business.
Yep.
Okay, that's the end of the hero phase. So let's go ahead and get a movement and we'll show you what Michael did. Michael, you finished your movement phase. Tell me what you did with the Relictor.
Oh, he stood perfectly still because he did a translocate.
All right.
Yeah.
And then what did you do with your dragon?
He ran forward, and then David redeployed and rolled the big 6. So now we have a 9-inch charge.
And I'm out of the way of the Aether Void Pendulum,
Yeah.
which is fantastic.
But I am wild form, so it's a 7.
Oh, I forgot you were wild form.
So did I.
Darn it. Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
That's good.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it means I have to dispel my endless spell because it could hurt my own guy.
Fulminators,
They're going to try and shoot themselves out of combat.
Judicators,
They're doing a great job.
they're being Judicators.
Yep.
And then your Azeros is like, I'm helping.
I'm helping.
He's so useful, and he's so awesome.
Yep.
So yeah, that's where everything is. Let's go ahead and get set up for shooting. Okay, white hot dragon breath coming in.
Hup.
2 of them. For 5. 6s.
No success.
All right, he's alive with 1 wound.
Okay. Judicators coming in for the win. Here we go. 8 shots.
Okay.
1 kill.
1 mortal.
There's a mortal.
Okay, 3 misses. I'm not going to all out defense. He's dead to me.
Okay. 3 wounds.
5s. Okay.
3
6s.
6s.
He rolled 1.
Okay.
All right, he's dead. He's going to timber now. I've got 3 command points. How
I
many
have
you
2.
got? Okay. Timber! Okay, yes. I fall on you.
Okay.
Take D3 mortal wounds for 3.
So that guy's dead, and the next guy takes a wound.
I wanted him to die so I could have some wound markers back. Jeez. Michael, who are you going to shoot into?
I am going to shoot into the War Stompa.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my once per battle
Free command point.
free command point.
Very nice.
Hitting on 2s.
I'll do an all-out defense so I can have a 6.
Okay, doke.
Okay.
Wound on 2s. So 2 wounds, rend, 3.
Okay, 6. No.
4 damage.
Okay, I have no ward, so he suffered 13. All right, let's look at charges while we're here. Stardrake.
Stardrake coming in. That's a 3. I'm gonna reroll.
Is that how it works? You give yourself one?
It is how it works.
Okay. That's the 7.
Yeah, that's what we need. I would like to roar you
Okay.
so that you can't all out defense.
Okay.
You're roared.
I will Titanic duel you.
Okay. And I'm fine soured. So
Uh-huh.
2s to hit, 2s to wound on everything.
Okay.
So let's do 3 attacks with the hammer.
Okay.
2s, hook. They all hit.
Okay.
They all wound.
Okay.
These are rend 2.
Okay. 5s. Save 1, fail 2.
It's 4 damage, or 2 damage piece.
Okay. Keep going.
Okay, we have 4 attacks with the Great Claws. 2s, drop 1. So 3 wounds.
Okay.
It's rend 2 again.
Save 1.
It's 4 damage.
Okay.
And now we have D6 attacks with the tail. Only 2 attacks with the tail. 2 hits. 1 wound, rend 1. So 4 up.
Failed it.
2 damage.
Okay. So he suffered 23.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
Not great.
I'm gonna fight you back.
You probably should, yeah. Nice.
Okay, so I get 3 attacks with my Titanic Boulder Club. This is gonna be 2s and 2s. 2s! 1 at -2.
Okay. Unmodified 6s do a mortal back to you.
Okay.
We're
On a 2-up save.
2 up
4s.
save, so here we go. So take it.
2 damage.
Okay, take 2 damage.
Jump up and down. 4 attacks. 2s and 2s.
How are you jumping up and down on me? What is this?
He jumps high, dude.
He's really a high jumper.
Everything hits. Everything wounds. -2. So you're on 4s again.
4s again. I failed 3 of them.
3, 4, 5, 6 damage.
Wow. Oh, I have wards.
Yes, so you've taken 8 damage so far. So go ahead and roll wards.
I take 8 damage.
Still taking 8 damage. And haven't rolled any 6s to save yet.
Nope.
Okay, and then we're going to do Death Grip. This is 2s and 2s. Okay, so he's done.
Excellent. Okay. Well, that is the end of the turn. We don't have any heroic action stuff to do. So let's snap onto the hero and score it up.
You bet. Michael, we're back from your turn. How many points did you score, brother?
Only 3. Hold 1, don't hold more, because all of the objectives keep getting swallowed. And did complete my battle tactic for eye for an eye by killing this Mega Gargant. I didn't do enough damage over there, and now my general is in danger.
Yeah, the Mightier Makes Rightier table is at 15, and Michael is hilariously 15 models.
Right.
Because I forgot that you're stubborn as a Rhinox
Yep.
with your new GHB ability, and then you're 5 as a monster. So I could do this one's mine right now, but I'm going to do one out of the book so I can save that for later. It's going to be Colossal Violence. So I pick a friendly Mega Gargant. You complete this tactic if you carried out the Titanic Duel Monstrous Rampage with that unit during this turn, and the enemy monster picked as the target was slain by attacks made by that unit.
Got it.
So I've got to use Titanic Duel with him, and I have to kill that unit with that unit.
Perfect.
You already did Finest Hour, and you don't have Mystic Shield, so now's the time to go,
It
right?
is. Yep.
So that's what I'm going to do. And I also have a Triumph in my pocket because I am 1,910 points.
Yeah, you are.
So I'll be able to give him +1 to hit and wound. So I think that's a pretty good play. It might backfire on me, but it is what it is. It's the top of the hero. Do you want to try to get rid of your own endless spell? So
I do.
You don't take damage, okay?
It's gone.
That's so gone. Like, it's super gone. It did its thing.
Came out, did 2 mortals. It's great.
I'm going to try to get a command point
Okay.
on a 4-up.
Cool.
I don't. Okay.
I'm going to try and get a command point on a 4-up. Nope.
Cool. Let's get into movement, man.
Let's do it. David, you've completed a very quick movement. Walk us through what you did.
I walked 10 inches.
Perfect.
With my gate breaker.
Yep.
He stayed in combat because Mega Gargants don't retreat.
Period. Is that a rule or did you make that
No,
up?
I just made that rule up.
Okay, great.
It sounded cool though, right?
It did.
Okay, cool. Let's hurl a boulder at the Star Drake. This is going to be 2s and 2s.
Sure.
With my hurled boulder.
Yep.
Okay, -3.
Failed it.
4 damage.
Take 3.
Okay. Michael, that was fun. I'm going to charge now.
Sure.
Okay. Charge is good.
Sure is.
Okay, on a 2-up, you take D3 mortal wounds. Okay.
Sure.
Monstrous actions. I have to Titanic duel with my guide, get my battle tactic. And then with the other one, I'm going to try to fight last you. I'm going to beast grapple you, and we both have to fight last. But since I activate first, I'll get to fight with both Gargants. It goes off on a 3.
Okay, so I'm going to roar on the off chance that I survive the War Crusher. War Stompa. No roar.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to use my Triumph, so I'm +1 to hit and wound.
Okay.
And I'm going to fight with him first.
I'm all out defensing.
Okay.
Do your worst. If 2 Mega Gargants can't do 7 damage to him,
I wouldn't be surprised, but let's see how it goes.
You can just retire.
Okay, so the Fort Crusher Flail is 6 attacks, 3s and 2s.
3s and 2s.
3s and 2s, so the +1 to hit and wound. Okay?
Doses?
2s, make 4 saves at -3.
Saved 1?
12 damage.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Now he gets to explode.
Hold on. He can survive this.
Oh, you've got your 6s. Valiant attempt.
Okay.
So those were his ward rolls. The ward rolls are done. Now he gets to explode on 19 dice.
18.
18 dice. He's not Thunderstrike.
Nope. 18. How many wounds left does he have?
He suffered 23, so he has 12 wounds left.
There's no way I do 12 mortals right now.
No. If you do, that's amazing.
There's 2 mortals, David.
Okay. I completed my battle tactic.
Yep.
Out of a book. So that was fun. That's the end.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and get onto the hero cam and score me up.
David completed his turn. How'd you score, big guy?
I scored 5. Hold 1, 2 more, and completed my battle tactic, which was 1 out of the book.
Mm-hmm.
It felt good. I did a Titanic duel, and everything fell into place. That Fort Crusher Flail, man.
Hits like a ton of bricks.
It hits like it's -3 round and 4 damage, just like I thought it would. Yeah, use my Triumph.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried because this army was 1,910 points. So yeah, we're just getting into the roll-off, man. It's 15 to 12. Let's see what happens.
Still break dice.
You do.
4.
You're so good at that, too.
Oh,
there's the big
That's
6,
the game
though.
over.
Okay, so we're going to get on for one more turn just so we can make it easier for points and you can see how it all shakes out. So we'll be right back for the top of Battle Round 4, Stormcast, Sons of Behemat.
All right, we are back for Sons of Behemat. Turn 4, Battle Round 4. We deleted 1 objective. That's one of the ones that he owned. It's that back one that the Relictor was standing on, so there were only 2 left. David owns this one.
Yep.
I own my back quadrant. So David's going to do his battle tactic. What's it going to be?
My battle tactic is going to be desecrate their lands.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Which I already have.
Yes.
So I can just move away from it.
Do you have it? God.
I know what 3 inches looks like.
Every time you do it, I'm like, that's pretty close. And you're like, no, it's definitely, and you just always amazed.
Yeah, so I'm already desecrating, so now I can just go chase down some heroes and just stay away from Michael's damage dealers. So I'm going to try to get another command point.
Okay.
No.
I will Finest Hour the Relictor, and even though it matters not, rally.
Yes!
I got Adjudicator.
Yeah, you got Adjudicator back. You're like, I have all these command points.
Boop. Okay. Now, we're not cutting off, we're not going anywhere. Just do your quick 2 moves.
Okay.
And then we snip, snap.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm not going to shoot.
No.
Okay. I'm just going to charge into the Relictor. Okay. It's
7's
good.
enough. You're going to roar me?
Well, first of all, I'm going to do some impact hits.
You would.
On a 2-up, you take D6 mortal wounds. It goes off.
Whoa.
All right. 4 mortal wounds. No ward.
No ward. So he's got 4 wounds left.
How many wounds does he have left?
Maybe 3 wounds.
He's got 6 wounds.
I think he's
wounds?
7.
I think he has 7
I
wounds.
think he's thick.
Yeah, I think they made all of them thick.
He's 6. He's not thick.
He's got 2 wounds left.
Yeah, he's done for.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stomp him, man.
Sure.
I'm just gonna stomp him, see if I can get him. It's good. He's dead.
Excellent. Remove the model. That finest hour really paid off.
Yeah, finest hour is really good for mortal wounds. All right, that's the end of my turn. Score 5 points.
Yep.
So I'm up to 20 to 12.
So, and then my turn is really easy.
Yep.
I do cunning maneuver.
Yep.
I put him here. Yay!
Yep.
And then these guys go secure Grand Strat.
Yep.
And that's what I do for my, so I get 4 that turn. What do you, and then
you get 3.
hold 1, don't hold more.
Yeah.
So that puts me up to what, 15?
15 to 20.
Yep.
Okay,
And
then we
then-
roll off. Let's just do this real
Sure.
quick. Okay, I roll a 2.
He rolled a 2. 5.
5, okay.
So my turn, I'm not even sure if there's a battle tactic I can do.
Then I remove this objective. Right, so I would
Yep.
remove this objective.
You do.
Battle round 5.
Yep. Wow, I don't have any battle tactics that I can do. So that's it. So
Yeah,
I would get 0 points for my final turn.
But then you would complete your grand strategy.
Yes.
Taking you to 18.
Yep.
Okay, and then I would kill this guy.
Yes.
Yep. And then I would have 1 and more, so I get 4 points. That
Yep.
brings you up to 24. And then my grand strategy, if I auto-run this guy, let's see if he can get all the way in enemy territory.
You already have more than I do.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay, so I would finish with 27.
27 to 18?
27 to 18, yeah. Really good game. All right, we're going to clean up, we're going to set up our armies, and we're going to get into the wrap-up. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in a second.
All right, everyone, we're here for the wrap-up. Final score was 27 to 18.
Yes.
Sons of Behemat come out with their debut, just swinging, wrecking everything, eating all of the objectives. Great game. Love seeing the debut of new armies getting the win that they deserve. So good job. Congratulations.
Thank you, good sir. It was a wonderful game. I always love facing Stormcast Eternals. They're always good.
Yes.
They're not like over the top good, but you're always gonna have a fight ahead of you when you play them. So yes.
So I was nervous going into this match because I wrote this list with the idea of like, Stormcast are in a weird place, right? Battle tactics are harder.
Yep.
And you need to be building towards battle tactics. And I thought this one was helpful because I can do Draconic Destruction.
Yep.
I can do the Honor one where I try and kill a monster.
Yep.
I can do this one's
Which
mine.
you did. You did
Yep.
the honor one.
So it just gives me a few more options for battle tactics, which I'm really nervous about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's well-rounded, right? Like it has decent shooting, it has decent melee, it has some movement.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I just was struggling with this mission, with the deleting objectives of trying to get to you.
Right, exactly. And the fact that I was able to just kind of move away as the objectives were dropping off of one side of the battlefield was big. The other thing that I realized when we were playing, when you're playing against the Sons of Behemat army, is battle tactics get tricky because like, unless you're set up properly, like you were for your eye for an eye gaining momentum, and this one's mine, all revolve around killing something. Mm-hmm. And every single unit has at least 35 wounds, right? The general has 40, the man crushers have 36 wounds. So it's just a lot of damage. It's just a lot of wounds that you have to do. And some armies just don't have the legs to do that kind of damage to get the battle tactics. So you're not scoring primaries and you're not scoring your battle tactics. Yeah, and then in this one, I was able to get my grand strategy just because of how everything fell. I ended up on this side of the board and you were on that side. So we both got our grand strats.
Yep.
Yeah, really, really fun game. So if you're still with us, thank you so much for watching. We really hope that you enjoyed the new Sons of Behemat army that we unveiled, and we really hope that you enjoyed the new Galatian Champions list that Michael came up with. I think it's a great list. And we're now going to get into our wrap up. Michael, let's talk about shining moments in the game for you, highlights, lowlights, MVPs, LVPs.
The low light was first roll out of the gate, perils on wild form.
Like on wild form, yeah. Ugh. That probably swung the game right there. That one thing happening was so clutch for me.
Because I think I had enough damage output to, if not drop, like mortally like really, really hurt the Kraken Eater on that one flank, which would have been really helpful. But instead I did 7 damage to it and then got slapped.
Yeah, so if that would have happened, I would have had to take another Mega Gargant over there, right? I would have had to probably Beast Grapple so I could fight with my Man Crushers and with another Mega Gargant just to try to kill your Fulminators. And then your army still has a lot of mobility, but you kind of were forced to use some other tools. That allowed me to kill all the Sequitors in the first 2 turns, get into the Judicators and whittle them down a little bit, and just keep them from shooting everything else. So that was big. Yeah. That was really, really big. That was definitely the low light. Who performed well? What did you like most about your list today?
The Star Drake I feel like he's a little bit of a liability against Sons of Behemat. That being said, I think he did well. Like he consistently put out some mortal or some damage from shooting.
He did at least 4 damage in every shooting phase that he was on the battlefield.
And then when he did go into the Gargant, he did something like 15.
I had suffered 9, and after that I had suffered 25. So altogether he did 16 damage.
So I mean,
which is pretty good for. I mean, he doesn't hit super hard.
Oh, I just remembered you were -1 to wound against him, but I bet that did not matter.
I don't think so, because I was wounding on 2s. Yeah.
He was super dead.
Yeah, and I still had other attacks. I might have missed the battle tactic, but this score spread was so big. But you're right, Lord of the Celestial Menagerie, we forgot about that, but that's okay. Sometimes it's hard to remember everything.
The thing I would probably change out of my list is the Knight. He's very cute, and I like him. And I just got done painting him, which is why he's here. Yeah. But I could drop him, take the little Trumpeter. Yeah. Who's also painted. Yeah. And you could have just blown up that terrain I was standing on with my entire army. Would have been so cute.
And you just done D3 mortal wounds to every unit. Boop. And he would have been like, I did more than the Knight Azeros in the entire game.
And then he could still drop down. He could still score battle tactic for me. Yeah. And that saves me an extra 20 points. I can put into a better endless spell.
You also could drop Concussors and take Fulminators at that point.
I could go up to Fulminators, which would be nice to be able to, because this army needs to delete unit, delete unit, delete unit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I really like the Concussors though. It's a breath of fresh air. I mean, we've ran Fulminators multiple times. Yep. It just makes the list a little bit different. You've got your Concussors, you've got Sequitors rather than some of the other battle line choices. And now you can kind of start peppering in some different Galatian champions that haven't really been around because they're not very good. And now they're slightly better.
I'm excited for the one that just teleports. She's got the 2 axes.
Knight Zephyros. Yeah, Knight Zephyros is really good. Just the Vanguard army is really good because the Hunters teleport, the Paladors teleport. Also, if you're Astral Templars, no monstrous actions against any of them.
So yeah, we were talking about that in the Discord, and there's some people who are pretty interested in.
I've got a fair amount of Vanguard stuff too, so maybe we'll be able to pull it out at some point if we get it painted. But yeah, man, great list. I think you did well playing it. As far as the Gargants go today, I think my shining moment was getting that first battle tactic I didn't think I was going to get, gaining momentum. Yep. So I auto-ran, I used the command point to 3d6 charge, and I got it on the first roll, which was nice.
That is nice.
So they got in, they actually lifted the Sequitors before they ever fought, because they just did their charge, their stomp, and their stuff them in my bag, and then they were gone. So I was sleeping on those guys a little bit. I think they are very fast, and I think they do a buttload of damage. So I could see myself putting a couple units together where I run maybe 6 of those, maybe a unit of 3 and 3 units of 1, and then take like 2 War Stompers or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, as far as this list goes, I think that my shining moments were getting that charge off and For my MVP, I got to give it to the Gatebreaker. I mean, he just kills everything he touches.
It's weird that he's that much stronger damage-wise than everyone else.
Well, he's 520 points. I think he's 470, and he's only 450. So he's 70 points more.
But that's not that much.
But his flail is insane, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 4s and 3s, but if you're in the Breaker tribe, you can make that 3s and 3s, and then 3s and 2s, and there's ways. The other thing I like about the Mega Gargants is that you're just like, every turn you get to pick Finest Hour with one of them, which is very tactical.
It did make it hard every time I was trying to kill the thing.
Right, I did it defensively twice. The Kraken Eater, I did Finest Hour because I knew you were going to single him out. And then I did the same thing with the War Stompa, just to discourage you from going into my General. And then I did it with the General to get damage. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I'm going to give LVP to the Kraken Eater, man.
Yeah, he deserves it.
He took a bunch of damage. He went into the Fulminators, and he couldn't even kill one, dude.
Nope, didn't kill one, and took a bajillion damage.
Like a 500-point model couldn't kill one concussor.
Yep.
You know
and he took what, 20 damage when he charged me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was maybe the time that I rolled a 1 when I charged in for Mortals too. He just didn't do good.
Yep.
So yeah, I think a much better list would be to just drop him and take another Gatebreaker.
Sure.
And then still give him the glowy green, glowy shield of protectiness.
Yep.
So I have one that has 40 wounds, one that has that. Yeah, it's a great list, man. It was super fun. It's super easy. Like, the movement is really easy. Yeah. The abilities are really easy. This is my first time running it, and I was still able to
I think we saved 2 hours on filming.
Yeah, we saved 2 hours on filming. It'll probably be a 50-minute battle report, I'm guessing. So yeah, that was awesome.
Well, guys, if you're still with us at this point, thank you so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. It's been a long day for me and David, and I think we're going to get out of here. We will see you guys next week.
Yep, absolutely. See you next time.